Welcome to GOS Media. I'm Amber Renee. Two brothers were watching a parade and standing next to them was a university professor. As a fire truck passed, the younger brother asked, "Why are fire trucks red?" "They're red so people can see them when they're coming," the older brother replied. The university professor immediately interrupted and said, "That's a great question, young man, but actually, the reason they're red is because there are 6 wheels and 6 men on a fire truck. And 6 plus 6 equals 12. 12 inches make a foot, and a foot makes a ruler. The Queen Mary was a ruler, and the Queen Mary was also a ship. Ships sail upon oceans, and oceans have fish. Fish have fins, and the Finns fought the Russians. The Russian flag is always colored red, and fire trucks are always rushing to fires. And so, that's why fire trucks are painted red." Turning back to the parade, the professor was quite impressed with his profound explanation. He was convinced the brothers were equally impressed with his intelligence. In truth, they were actually astonished at such a nonsensical answer. Oh, how we like to complicate and distort the simplest of ideas. We seem to believe that if we pile on fancy words and sophisticated abstractions, then somehow the simplest of ideas become profound. Sadly, and far too often, our obfuscation is an instinctual response to modern society's conditioned need to blur the truth and stroke our egotistical humanism. The mind game is afoot, and we desperately seek to fool ourselves and others that we are deep intellectuals and fanciful geniuses. All the while, we barely tread the waters of sanity as the weight of insecurity pulls us under the waves. Idiotically, we seek meaning outside of meaning. The results? Complex communication leads to unnecessary confusion at best and disaster at worst. Truth is, more often than not, the complexity is unnecessary. The alternative approach to communicating is found in a story about Hannibal. Hannibal, the general of the Carthaginians, would keep a young, intellectually disabled boy with him when he was out conquering territory. Before attacking an enemy, Hannibal would draw up his battle plans and then share them with the young boy. It was only after the child could regurgitate the entire battle plan back to him that Hannibal would then call in his generals and share the plan. What do we learn from Hannibal? Whether it's planning war or teaching your kid to make a bowl of cereal, we should make every effort to express it in a least common denominator style. Doing such allows for greater understanding by all parties and reduces the probability of errors. So the next time some Ask Google pseudo-intellectual gives you an in-depth response to a simple question, you give them today's grain of sugar, inspired by Hannibal's example. Keep it simple, stupid. Maybe you aren't so smart. I bet you have a story when you were totally confused by unnecessarily complex instructions and the colony wants to hear about it. Tell us in the comments below and keep it simple. On behalf of GOS Media, thanks for stopping by. If you enjoy our videos, then please like, subscribe, and share with others. If you want to support our work, then become a colony member by joining us on Patreon or pick up some merch from our website. Links are pinned below. Once again, thanks for tuning in to Grains of Sugar. I've been your host, Amber Renee.